Today, we're going to craft up some winners for tonight. We're going to talk the NFL Conference Championship games, and let's please cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Disney adults scare the shit out of me. They need to be put on a list. Look, you go on a family trip to Disney every once in a while, once a year, sure. As long as you're not rocking the Mickey Mouse ears and you don't got the satchel with the pins,
you know they've
we're okay.
all got those, dude.
Yo, Rav, you buying back in? He says he thinks he's buying back in, which means fades. The Steelers, again, this system is 100% profitable. Those do not grow on trees, folks. So if you want to get involved, all you got to do is fade a Steelers fan. Find a Steelers fan, number one. Number two, fade them. Cereal is one of the fakest sharp foods you can eat. Big Breakfast has forced cereal down our throats for years, and I'm on to it. If you don't see me on this show tomorrow, you know who did it. It's Big Breakfast. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Friday, the best BTL of the week, episode 846 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not using Bookit every single day, if you're not peeping the Bookit splits, if you're not odd shopping over there, line shopping over there, if you're not checking out the feed, if you're not tracking your own bets on Bookit, what are you doing? Okay, you're stuck in the Stone Age. Figure it out. Grow up, some might say, and change your life for the better. If you're betting on sports every day, if you're watching sports every day and you're not using Bookit, change that today. Don't be a me guy. Don't get fat, happy, and complacent. Start using Bookit right now. Hurry up, go, go, go. It's available on the App Store or Google Play if you have an Android for some reason. W Pickett, W Jovan, W Goots, W BTL, W Squad Ride last night. Let's clap it up. Here we go. Keep the points, didn't need them.
Yeah, I mean, they just
keep them.
Beat shit out of them the whole game. That was good.
Absolute domination. Shout out Khan. What a game.
Shout out Sade with 5.
Sade's got 5 on it, folks.
That's Texas Sade. Talk about a team guy, man. It's just
the glue.
Every day.
The glue, the meat, whatever you want to call it. Sade is goated. Team player. Not even a role player, just a team player. He's a goat.
He's brawn.
He's a goat, but he's a leader of men. That's what Sade is. W Sade, way to lead by example, my man. We appreciate you. I wish there were more people like Sade in this chat, I'll be honest. I do, because Sade leaves it out there on the field every single stream. Every stream. Be more like Sade. W Sade.
Be more like Kyle B.
With a 100 piece.
Go Irish, Kyle B.
Wow, Kyle.
Sneak that in there.
Wow, Kyle. Sure he can. Unbelievable. Let's go, Kyle B. 100 piece. Hold the fry. Good luck trying to finish all those wings. 100 piece? GG's, bro.
They're pluckers.
Pluckers are too big, I feel like. No shot in hell you can eat 100 piece.
They have some meg wings.
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance. You need some little Wingstop, little baby wings.
You need the
only chance you'd have. Yep. W. Kyle B. WB Joe Higgy. He says Hornets were ma. You're goddamn right they were. Ma. What a play, Jovan. Should have kept the points at the door. Didn't need them. Unbelievable. Matt Gauthier, 20-stream streak. He says, I got a dynasty baseball draft coming up. Give me some prospects I can't miss. Goots, feel free to answer. Goots, any young talent?
What pick do you have?
Any young talent, Goots?
And how many people are in your league?
Goots specializes in young talent.
The excitement is through the roof right now in this room. Goots is splooting.
Splooting.
That's his expertise right there. That's his shit. W, squad ride last night. No need to celebrate because we've been pretty quail shit with the squad ride so far this year, but good to get back in the win column. Let's keep it that way tonight. Okay, let's take a peep at the Sharp report yesterday as well. I mean, not good, but we hit the one that mattered. 2 and 3 from both of us, Jovan. Not going to cut it. Shout out Goots. Nurkic is now Jokic. And he now has back-to-back triple-doubles. He made history. Goots, want to fill the people in on that stat?
History?
Oh, yeah. There's only been 5 centers that have back-to-back triple-doubles since 2000.
Nah.
He's one of the 5.
Nah.
And the names on that list with him are Jokic, AD. So, yeah, he's basically a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I mean, he's basically a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
All the NBA goats. Shaq, Gortat. Wow. Well, Goots, congratulations. We've now made history.
Created a monster.
Feels good to be a part about it.
Yep.
A part of history, right?
How about
it? Nick Boyd somehow went less than when their team had 90 points. Incredible square. LaMelo, field goals made. I don't know if that square ever went back up. It probably did. I just missed it. Right. That was free. Jacob Meyer, I believe, hooked. Yep. Did he not? Nice.
5 for 19. Good shooting.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
The volume was there. He would be able to say that. But the volume was there.
It was there.
He was jacking shots.
Shooting like Trent in the rack.
Yep. Youngstown State, Hook of Ma as well. We both got hooked last night. Not good. Hate to see it. The Penguins won by 7.
Yeah, hooked on the Oilers. Hooked.
Brutal.
Had the right read. Pretty close.
All right, let's go ahead and take a peep at King of the Board and see how we're doing this week. Now, I will say, the boys over there at the Yap, they got a little bit of life. They're going to need to hit a fatty today. And we got to just solidify a win here, go 4 for 5, and call it a week. But
yeah, they got
they hit a plus 200 last night. So
trying to do the math, they got to either pretty much hit plus 275 or better, or
well, let's say we end up
if we lose, they got to hit plus 175 or better.
Yep.
And then if we hit one,
they got to hit a 275 or better.
I think 375 or better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. W math was never my strong suit.
I mean, it might not be mine either. I could be totally making that up.
Okay.
Trying to figure it out.
They got to hit a plus chicken play tonight. That's for sure. So yeah, let's see who ends up winning King of the Board. I mean, you can't count them out. Look, plus chicken dogs win every night, especially in the NBA. So they'll probably just end up tailing Steak's play. Was Steak on the Mavs last night? Did somebody confirm that? Anybody know Steak was his dog of the day, the Mavs?
I don't think it was.
They ended up just plugging that in. That's kind of BS.
I think they just plugged it in.
Because those are free every single time.
Yeah.
W Steak, W Dogs. Good to see the boys bet on a dog. See what happens when they take an underdog for the first time in King of the Board? They smack. Cash that puppy.
Maybe they'll make a switch after that.
That could be the secret recipe.
To answer Matt Gauthier, a 16 league is crazy. You're going to be able to get a lot of good prospects if you're only a 16 league.
A lot of good young talent.
Focus on hitters. You win with hitters, not with pitching.
Wow.
Like you're going to be able to get top echelon prospects with that, like McGonigal, Made, Weatherholt, Walcott, Basalo, Max Clark, Bryce Eldridge, all those. Focus on those guys.
Okay.
And focus on hitting a lot.
Okay. Who should be his first round pick?
It depends on like what he has, and I don't know whoever's in this league, I don't know if they're going to be taking prospects right off the rip, but I mean, I would focus on young MLB talent that's in the big leagues right now for the first couple rounds, and then you can start dipping into the prospects. But if you see guys start ripping them off, kind of like when people rip off kickers in fantasy football, you might need to start taking those prospects when you see people.
Advice.
Start taking it. Roman Anthony probably going to be the first pick in the draft, I would suggest. Him or Bobby Witt, but yeah.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of baseball, Krabs, I would love for the chat to get an official statement on the Mackenzie Gore trade.
Sure. As I'm wearing my 2019 World Series beanie, by the way. You guys got one of these or no?
No.
Didn't think so. Mackenzie Gore was one of my favorite Nats. Love him. Lefty, stud, strikeout machine. You know, his one kryptonite was he'd throw a meatball every game. Sometimes maybe 2. He'd give up a solo shot. He'd give up a nuke. Maybe he'd lose a little bit of command every once in a while. Let's also not forget how good and dominant he was in the first half of the season last year. And he's had this problem in his career where he kind of tails off second half of the season. He's dealt with a lot of injuries in his career in the second half of the season. He really has not been able to put it together for a full 162. But man, that first 81 is usually pretty damn good. So if they could figure out how to make him more consistent, I think they have an ace, to be honest with you. And the Rangers just added an absolute stud to the front of their rotation. Now, on the Nats sides, did we get enough? I mean, look, we got 5 prospects in the Rangers' top 20. We didn't get a single top 100 prospect in baseball. We got a couple guys who I think were borderline. A couple guys in that hole who, if they were healthy, maybe they'd be, on that top 100 rankings. There was 2 guys in particular that I was looking at that are supposed to be pretty good. Now, if we can hit on 2 of those guys, if we can hit on 2 of them out of the 5 that we got, that's fine. I'm in, and it still helps out with the rebuild. And going 2 for 5, that's why the GM, that's why the president of baseball operations get paid the big bucks. They should be able to hit out of 2 of 5 of those prospects. So if that's the case, if that's how it plays out, I'm fine with it. I'm in. But if these prospects end up stinking, and I got to watch Mackenzie Gore shove right down the street, that's quail piss. That's absolute quail piss. And he's going to be dominant in this Ranger Stadium, which is the hardest stadium to produce runs in. It's a pitcher's park, to say the least. Baseballs die in that stadium. It's like the one place where nukes are just not extremely common. unless we're going to see Aaron Judge break a record when he hits one right next to us in the section. But yeah, it's a great park for him to pitch in compared to Nats Park that's more hitter-friendly. I mean, he should dominate. His strikeouts should be through the roof this season. It's an absolute great ad for the Rangers. Now, they probably need to focus on maybe adding a couple bats is what I would say they should be doing. Maybe not adding more pitchers, but their rotation looks fire. If we hit on 2 of these 5 prospects, I'm cool with it. And this one kid, the shortstop, I'm blanking on his name
Gavin
right now.
Fiend.
Fiend.
Yeah.
Sure, that's Trent's favorite prospect, Fiend. He's supposed to be pretty good. Could be a key piece of the future. Could be paired with, our stud. We just drafted number 1 overall, maybe playing the middle infield in the future. So it's probably not a good sign for CJ Abrams and his time in DC.
Yeah.
But if we could hit on 2 of those 5 prospects, and that pitcher that we got as well has been dominant, but he just can't stay healthy. If he could figure out how to stay healthy, we have a potential another starter that we can add into the rotation in a couple years. So would I have liked to see a little bit more of a haul? Yes, I probably would have liked to see quality over quantity, but he hits on 2 of them. I like what we did.
Yeah.
And that's all you can ask for with these prospects, right? You got to kind of just throw some darts and see what sticks. And we have plenty of prospects now. Goots, but is it fair to say our farm system is at least average now at this point? It used to be bottom 5. I'd say it's at least middle of the pack now.
Yeah, you're moving up in the right direction. Yes.
We're chilling. What do you guys think about the trade? Quickly.
I like the trade.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily understand trading McKenzie, but I'm okay with that haul.
Yep.
I like Gavin Fiend. I mean, him and Eli in the middle infield by 2030, 2029. That's something to be excited about. Krabs.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
You like it for the Nats or for the Rangers?
Shout out Big Cheesy with 5 gifted and props and shots for the sub.
Attaboy.
I like it for the Nats.
Yeah.
Just because, I like the haul, surely, between him and even the guy you didn't mention is probably the guy that I like the most relative to what people think of him, Devin Fitzgerald.
Okay. That's Scott Fitzgerald?
Yeah,
Cool.
which he's also a shortstop, so reinforcing the idea that CJ Abrams is so gone.
We got plenty of outfielders, too. I was talking with Goots about this yesterday. We have James Woods. We have Robert Hassel, who'll probably be grabbing Pine. We have Dylan Cruz. We have Jacob Young. And we have Dalen Lyle. We're stacked with young talent in the outfield.
Yeah.
For the next decade.
Goots might be a fan.
We have too much young talent in the outfield, to be honest with you. So I'm happy they're addressing the infield, which is something we need. Now, personally, I think we need more corner infielders, but you could also move guys there down the line to play first and maybe third if needed from shortstop. So, it's sad because guys like Luis Garcia, my dog, Garcia, and CJ Abrams, they're probably not in, this new management's future plans. But that's to be expected, right? They want their own guys.
Yeah. I get that. For the Rangers, though, what are they doing? I don't understand it. Like, it's great because their rotation can't stay healthy. So, you're going to need depth at some point, of course, and Gore's great. But, do they know that their lineup fucking sucks?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with their lineup. But
they got Nemo.
They're hitting Sam Haggerty. I don't know, I guess, with Nemo. But hitting Sam Haggerty lead off in the big 2-5. We'll see what they do in the 2-6. But, literally Seager and friends. And then for however long Wyatt Langford is actually on the field, him. The rest of that lineup is horrid.
Yep. We do have a hype train moving and grooving, chat. Feel free to get involved. Keep that hype train moving and grooving. It's been a while since we've seen a level 10 hype train, I'll say it. Only at level 3. We got Ace 4 OG getting involved. 4-year streak is crazy. Shout out Bookit. Shout out Ace 4 OG. Appreciate you, boss. And OG, you're him. Big Cheesy as well. Props and chops. Gavin Fiend should be solid. I agree. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for a couple of these pieces. Again, we just need 2 to work out, and that's a winning trade, in my opinion. People are saying, well, why the heck did the Nats get 5 prospects? Why did the Nats get a better haul than we saw the Brewers get for Peralta? Well, I'll tell you why. Because he's under an extra year of control. So he's got 2 years left on his contract. It's extremely cheap. Peralta's got a more expensive contract, and he's only got 1 year left on it. So that's why you see the Nats get a bigger haul than the Brewers.
Yeah, Freddie's a glorified rental.
Yep.
With, a contract that who knows if they're going to re-sign, but I assume they'll at least try.
Yeah.
Scores on a pretty team-friendly deal.
Yeah. The Nats are going to have to score 10 runs every game.
That's not their goal this season. So, what are they going to do?
Yeah, they don't even want to win.
No, which they should.
But the problem is they're going to get punished again where they don't spend enough money, and the best pick they're going to be able to get in the draft is number 10, like last year.
Yeah.
Same thing happened last year.
Yeah, but, right now, The season is going to be interesting because not only is it probably the last season before, the lockout, obviously, and then there's probably going to be a salary cap. So it's the last season that the Dodgers are, outside of what gets grandfathered in, going to be head and shoulders above everybody salary cap wise. But for the same thing we said about the other teams, because there's going to be a floor.
Yep.
Like this is the last year that the bottom teams can also bottom out.
Yep.
So you're probably going to see there's a race to the top, but there's also a race to the bottom.
Okay.
Which the Nats are probably doing. The Rays are also doing.
Yeah.
Partially because they're moving, but it'll be interesting. It could be a tank off for a little bit, even though it's not incentivized the same as like the NBA or the NFL.
Gavin Fiend, the best piece we got in that haul, 12th overall pick in the draft last year, I think. Young kid, high school kid, not a college kid, so it's going to take him a little while. Him and Eli Willits are the future, obviously, and he's supposed to be the most well-rounded hitter in that draft. Does a little bit of everything, which I like, right? You don't want to just go, straight power, straight contact, kind of like we did with Eli. We hope he puts a little meat on his bones and develops a little bit more, but I like the well-rounded aspect, and I think he could be a stud.
Yeah, a lot. When you talk about prospects, a lot of people mention ceiling and floor, and they're ceiling, both of them, from what I've heard and what I've read, as all-stars. Okay. So if they get to that ceiling, then you're in a good spot. You're going to
even if one of the two. Right.
Yeah, but you're more Eli. You drafted. You're more Fiend. If he doesn't work out, then you lost the Gore trade.
Yeah.
Unless the other forwards miraculously find their way to beat stars.
Yeah, knowing baseball, it probably will be one of the other four.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's gonna be Devin Fitz. I like Devin Fitz. I started making some. I think I ripped him a couple months ago, and I started making some sneak investments.
Okay.
I bet.
Got a couple parallels.
Okay.
But he's on my list.
Is he the son of Larry Fitzgerald? No shot.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
he's white, and his last name is Fitz.
Yeah, it's not.
There's a hyphen in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a high school guy as well, or?
I think so.
5th round high school kid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, we'll see who ends up working out. Okay. Might have to cop that Pat Cav card after today. W. Ron, let me know if you get it. Okay. W. Hype Train, I appreciate you guys. YouTube chat, let me hear you scream. Not active today as I expected, not as active as I thought. Team come back in here. Syrup Sap, Winky Binky, good to see you boys. And the Twitch, appreciate you guys holding it down. Team come back as well. Just cannot wait for some midday Cubs Rockies action. That makes 4 of us in this room. So, yeah, agreed. Somebody in the chat asked who is going to go to Nats games now with Krabs in Texas. I'm sure I could convince the squad. And
yeah,
I was making a joke yesterday that, the Nats play down here against the Rangers on my birthday, and I want to go to those games. So now you know exactly what's going to happen on August 20th. Mackenzie Gore is going to get the starting nod.
Yeah.
100%.
You're definitely going to get Trent to go now because he missed his opportunity here to see you in piss at the VT game because he wanted to do nothing in his house.
Yep.
Probably not missing the next one.
Mackenzie Gore might throw a no-hitter in that game.
Dude, that would be
unbelievable.
On the comparison of that to VT, would that be worse?
Yes, that'd be worse. Watching my Nats get no hit in person, that'd be worse.
It'd just be a slower death.
Oh, that'd be brutal. I mean, no hitters don't grow on trees, so that would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Although same with half-court buzzer beaters.
Yeah, that was just
good point.
Unbelievable.
Oh. I went on a Hokie pod last night. Chat, kind of cool. Talked about the Hokies for 45 minutes and
backflips.
Felt like it was 5 minutes talking about the Hokies. So if you want to check that out, I've been retweeting some of their stuff on the feed. You could go check that out on X. W Sons of Saturday Boys. Appreciate you guys having me on. All right, why don't we dive in, talk a little bit about some winners for tonight, and then we will go over the NFL Conference Championship games right after. But can we talk about some plays for tonight? Can we help the chat build their bankroll up a little bit here?
Sure.
Let's dive in, talk about some of our favorite plays of the night, and I'll get the party started right now. St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies, who have been struggling of late. They did come off a win in their last game, but before that, they lost a bunch of games in a row after a hot start to the season. I thought the Bonnies were back. Then they ripped off 4 straight L's. They did finally bounce back with a big-time win in their last game where they pulled out a good one against Loyola Chicago and Sister Jean, who, bless their hearts and bless Sister Jean's heart, RIP, this team has not been the same since she passed. I mean, they're just an absolute doormat, and they cannot compete with anybody in this conference right now. It's kind of sad to watch. So The Bonnies have their confidence back. They have their swagger back a little bit here. Want to lock them in at plus chicken, plus 7.5 on the spread, plus 8, whatever you can get. The Bonnies are keeping this game close against one of the hottest mid-majors, if not the hottest mid-major, besides Miami of Ohio in college basketball. And that's St. Louis, the Billikens, who got a new coach a couple years ago. They bring in Robbie Avila last year. Doesn't work out last year. This team struggled. They did not meet expectations whatsoever last season. This year, they're on fire, Jovan. They're winning every game. I think they're still undefeated in conference. They're 18-1. They're now ranked 24. What do you guys do when you see a mid-major finally get ranked and finally get some respect? You fade and you make money. And I'll ride with the Bonnies here at home to keep this game within a couple buckets. They got a couple studs on their team, and they do play a little bit of defense. Frank Mitchell, an absolute beast, 0-0. Forward, he's pretty good. He averages close to 18 points per game. They got Daryl Simmons as well, the junior. It came over from Gardner-Webb. They got 2 offensive pieces that can hold their weight in this game. And they've also got Caden Charles, the senior, as well, who's been pretty good for this team, averaging 13 points per game. So they have 3 studs, 3 veterans, who I think can give them, a pretty good run for their money in the Billikens in this game. I think that spread is pretty sharp. It's moved down from 8 to 7.5 most places, and I would snag this before it gets any lower. This looks like a sharp spot back in the A10 home dog to make this game extremely weird for St. Louis. The A10 home court advantage matters a ton. We just saw Dayton lose to LaSalle on the roads the other nights. You know why? Because they're playing on the road and weird shit happens in the A10 on the road. Perfect spot to fade the Billikens. Perfect spot to fade Robbie Avila, who I think is still a little overrated. It's back to Bonnies at home, getting 7.5. I'd lock this in before the spread gets any shorter.
This could be game of the night.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
In my sick-up brain, this is the game of the night.
I mean, I think this legitimately could be game of the night.
Love the A10. Big fan of the A10 and everything they stand for. Love the Bonnies.
Love the Bonnies.
Yep.
Also love Lancer. Shout out. See him in chat.
No shots.
Everybody in
Lancer
chat hated that square and didn't end in the negatives.
-1 fantasy points.
Yeah, I don't know how you calculate that.
I mean, clap it up for Lancer.
Whatever it was. That was
I think he's now 2 for 2 on auto tails. Lancer, man.
That's free.
Lancer, you're goated. So that was the easiest square of all time. If anybody tailed that lineup from yesterday on BTL, we move on to tonight's. We're fading LeBron James less than 1.5 threes. LeBron James in college basketball.
LeBron.
Yeah, if you go look at
it's number 1 on the pop tab.
the number 1 square on the pop tab in college basketball.
Sure we did contribute to a little bit.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Not fully. And it has more than double the next most popular square. So still not a ton of action on the college basketball squares on a Friday night where it's pretty much all mid-majors. But Nigel James, the most popular square in college basketball. Can't believe neither of us put it on the Sharp Report today. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
No need to jinx it. No need to double dip. We just move and
yeah, we know we're sweating.
Did you take that lineup?
Yeah.
All right, word. Yeah, let's see how it goes. 2 down, 2 more to go. Okay, we got Nigel James less than 1.5 threes, and we have Drake May less than 1.5 rush, receiving, and passing touchdowns. Which, by the way, that's now just a passing touchdown square. I wish we waited a little bit longer. Yep.
Oh my god.
The over probably got too juicy. Not good. Not a good sign. But I mean, that passing touchdown square ain't hitting either. So, is my head chilly? Yes, it is. That's why I'm wearing a beanie. Goots, I don't know if you could see it. Maybe you could zoom in or just get the solo cam. Can you guys read this? World Series champs. How about that? This hat's got some age. Vintage.
All right, Jovan, let's get to your plays.
I'm taking the Bucks, which even though I assume not only are the Nuggets on a back-to-back, they just played your Wizards in DC, covered this number they're favored by exactly against the Wizards, and 1 by 10. I'm sure there's going to be something that drops, or I would think so, because the Bucks being favored by 6.5 is definitely a bit weird regardless. So it's a back-to-back. I wouldn't be shocked if like Jamal Murray sits, Aaron Gordon sits, maybe Peyton Watson sits. Somebody's probably going to sit. I'm fine with that, and I'm going to buy it, especially because the Bucks just came off of playing the Thunder. Not only do I really like teams, I guess backing teams coming off of playing some of the best defenses in the league, but the Thunder do exactly what the Nuggets are going to do today, obviously just with a worse defense, because the Nuggets have no rim protector right now. So, like, all they're going to have to do, or all they're going to be able to do in this game, if Giannis is not scoring himself getting to the paint, they're probably going to double him and send it out to the shooters or make him pass it out to the shooters. So, Giannis assists, probably a good look. A lot of the shooters, probably a good look, whether it's Ryan Rollins, AJ Green, a lot of the same stuff that happened in the Thunder game. The Thunder do it because the Thunder are good and they're able to do it, and their defense is good enough to recover. The Nuggets kind of do it right now because they have to. Because, I mean, Jonas Valanciunas is not cutting it, especially if you don't see Aaron Gordon tonight. He's probably going to see a good bit of Giannis, even though he's giving up some height. That's not good enough. But they just have kind of the blueprint to do it. And to be honest with you, they had to play really slow against the Thunder, but they weren't bad, I guess, production-wise at doing exactly what they need to do in this game. This game to be able to play a little bit faster, play with more pace, get it out to the shooters. AJ Green was fine in that game. So was Ryan Rollins. Kuzma, your guy, shot 0 for 5. Bobby Portis was 2 for 7. A lot of the weird bigs like Portis and Pete Nance had 26 combined points. That's not how they want to play. They want to use more of the guards. But again, now they have the blueprint for this, and you're probably going to see somebody sit out for the Nuggets, and it's a back-to-back. I think this is a spot that you buy in on the Bucks, and they drop some nuggets.
I'm in. Laying it with the Bucks. I love the sell job, man.
Yeah.
Back in a ratchet team.
Pretty ratchet.
6.5.
Yeah.
I'm in. A couple things from the chat I feel like we got to address here. Yes, the hibachi chef last night thought I was 39 years old.
39, chat.
That was crazy.
We asked him how old I looked, and the guy said, "Oh, you still look pretty young." I'm going to go 39. 39. Got him 27. All right. That one did not feel good. Thankfully, I had a beer in front of me. Pretty embarrassing. I need to keep hitting the gym because that's unacceptable.
Didn't you say
39.
he ID'd you too?
Yeah, I got carded for the first time since I think high school.
Yeah, me too. But
last night.
How does he think you're 39? He's carding you.
He didn't card me.
Well, the waiter did. But
still just a
the crazy thing is that he said, "You still look young," and then said 39.
That means I think he was thinking in the 40s.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah, he was thinking you were Pa.
Yeah, he thought I was like someone's father at the tape. And then the guy proceeded to say, "No way Yale was the oldest guy at the tape." And then Yale thought he was fucking him after he said that. Unbelievable.
Joking.
Unbelievable sequence of events. By the way, our hibachi chef on our table was way cooler than yours.
Dude, Krabs was screaming out loud for damn near the entire restaurant to hear. He was making 1v1ing our hibachi chefs. He was saying, this guy's way better at our table. This guy's him. Your chef would never do that.
I was chirping their chef.
He was chirping the chef, and then ours.
And then he started doing tricks. You're welcome. Because he wasn't doing shit before that.
Yeah,
he started to do these behind the back moves and shit. Dude. Sometimes you just got to get some good old friendly competition going.
Well, the thing was your guy was super young. Our guy was Asian. He was Asian dunk.
Yeah, but he took those chirps personally because he started throwing that spatula behind the back, catching that shit.
He was starting to be globetrotters.
You're welcome.
You were chirping a.
If I didn't get him fired up, he wouldn't have done shit. He would have just made the food and left.
That's insane. Insane.
Oh man, that was funny. A couple other things from the chat here. Krabs, you look good and cool with big earrings and tattoos. Could not disagree more. Could not disagree more. To each his own. Okay, but I don't think I'm a big gauge earring guy or a tattoo guy personally. But appreciate the shout.
You should get a full sleeve.
I mean, I'm wearing a full sleeve fit right now. I feel like graphic tee, beanie, bald. Yeah, I feel like I could probably pull it off right now.
You look like you could do double sleeve and get a
neck tat.
Chris Harley Davidson going.
Yeah. I'm riding home on a chopper.
Yeah.
All right. Krabs' neck tat would be Himmy. Okay, Jay Thorpe. Give me a break. John Beasy said, "Bros victory lap in a 2019 World Series, but if a Bucks fan brought up the 2020 Super Bowl, we'd be on the me guy list." Yep, exactly. Perfect. And I said it better myself. All right, let's get back to the winners. Okay. Krabs was eating pigeon meat and thought it was TSO's. Sal's.
Brother, we had steak and scallops.
Dude, it was delicious.
Same Panda Express, brother. It's Benihana.
Benihana's goated, bro. That's up there for best group dinners. So good at Chow's up there on Mount Rushmore. Benihana's up there. I don't know what else would be up there, but
Jimmy's Seafood in Baltimore.
No, those are two that are definitely up there, though. We had a great time last night. Shout out our editor, Ethan. It's his birthday today, the big 2-4. W. Ethan, drop this in the chat.
2-4.
And he convinced us all to take a Valorant square that starts up here in about an hour. So if you want to tail that, you go check out our Prize Picks accounts.
Whole office late to the wave,
We're
man.
all on a
I
Valorant
tailed that
square.
shit yesterday, man.
Unbelievable.
Talk about a guy who wants it.
Yep.
That's me.
Yep.
Ethan. Child Ethan.
Papa Dough, pretty good spot. I need to go beef stewski.
Yeah, it's right there, Krabs.
I know.
I'm shocked.
Well,
I guess you don't really like seafood.
I really don't.
Which is crazy, chat. I don't know how we let that slide.
I don't let it slide.
Mac and cheese is crazy, but whatever. Your name's fucking Krabs, and you don't like seafood.
Contrarian at heart, man.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I do like crabs, though. Do we do the Diablo sauce? For the first time I tried the Diablo sauce, Adam, it was unbelievable, dude.
So good.
Unbelievable, man. I can't believe they're gatekeeping that. They don't have that on the menu, or I don't know why they're gatekeeping it. That was elite. That was a game changer. Also, Papa Do's, they got Papa Do's, they got Papa Dio's, they got Papa's Steakhouse, they got all the Papas. They got all the food groups covered.
Yeah.
And they're all owned by the same
group. It's
Crazy.
the same group.
All right.
This one's the best, though.
Okay.
That New Orleans food.
Papa Do's. All right. Yeah, Richie, Maryland guy, not liking seafood. How about it? Krabs, what happened to you already using your cheat meal? What am I supposed to do, Slip and Jimmy? Not go to the fucking kid's birthday dinner?
Yeah. Say fuck your birthday. I'm on a diet.
That'd be a me guy move, Slip and Jimmy.
That would be all-time me guy.
Kind of like Slip and Jimmy, who has never subbed up in the Bookit chat. Ever. He's in here every day, and he watches ads every single day. Slip and Jimmy. Talk about a me guy move.
Catching those chirps that our waiter got.
Yeah.
Rav, Slip and Jimmy's from Snap.
All right. W. Turnermac, 25 stream streak. We appreciate you, boss. All right. Let's move. Let's talk about some winners here. Big fan of Central Connecticut State, one of the most sleeper teams in the NEC. Central Connecticut State is honestly kind of a wagon, and you can get them, I believe, off a loss. Let me pull up the game real quick. Central Connecticut State against Fairleigh Dickinson. Yes, they're 10-7. They're coming off a loss. They were on Fuego before, and Fairleigh Dickinson's been a wagon in the neck for the last couple of years. They made the tournament. This team this year, they're not passing the eye test. 6-13. Now they are coming off a win. This is a perfect buy low, sell high spot. Buy low on Central Connecticut State, sell high on Fairleigh Dickinson, coming off a big-time win against Wagner. And Central Connecticut State just lost to Mercyhurst by 18 points. That's unacceptable. That's a bad loss, if I could ever say so. That's a horrendous loss. And I'll tell you right now, this Central Connecticut State team is about to drop Nuck. The Blue Devils, by the way. There's 2 Blue Devils in college, not just Duke. Central Connecticut State as well. The Blue Devils. They're going to get it done in college basketball tonight. Big fan of this team. They've honestly been pretty impressive the last 2 seasons. They were once one of the worst teams in college basketball. They went defeated for a while 2 years ago. Since then, they've been a pretty solid squad, and they have an absolute bucket on their team. Darren Smith, sophomore from Massachusetts. This kid's an absolute beast. He's averaging 21 points per game. If you guys haven't watched this kid play, he's a 6'7" guard/forward, and he absolutely carries this team. He will be playing somewhere else next season, probably in a power conference. He's an absolute stud. He carries the team. He carries the weight, and he's coming off a stinker of a game along with his team. They bounce back at home after getting blown out by Mercyhurst. Unacceptable. They're going to lock back in. They're going to win this game by 10+. Favorite play of the day today, Central Connecticut State, laying 6.5 points.
Central Nuck.
Yep.
Sneak decent baseball team.
Really?
Yeah, they sneak into the tournament pretty often.
The Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Sure. 6-7. Yep. W. Blake.
6-7.
All right. G-Unit collab. Oh, boy.
Jeez.
We got Black Santa dropping a follow. W. Black Santa. Appreciate you, boss. Missed first 10-15 minutes of stream. Any early CBB plays? Yes, we are on. Speaking of Mercyhurst, LC convinced me to tail Mercyhurst, which just tipped off right now if you want to get in live. Mercyhurst on the ML against New Haven. That might be game of day.
That could be game of year.
That might be game of year. All right, Jovan, what else you got for today, man?
I'll take you to the Hoosiers.
Okay.
Which I was looking at, I was pretty surprised because Rutgers, not very good, 2-6 in the Big Ten. Been shockingly good at home, though. Because I looked at this line and I was like, I know they've been bad, but I'm surprised that Indiana's getting this level of respect, especially after the stretch of games that they've been on, losing 4 in a row. Granted, they played Nebraska, Michigan State, and Michigan as 3 of those 4 games. The other one was Iowa, but they've been leaking oil for the last couple of games. But now they're getting 6.5 or 6.5 point favorites on the road against the team who, I mean, their last 2 games in conference, the last couple of weeks, at home have been an OT win against Northwestern and an OT win against Oregon, both as dogs. And even before that, they covered against Ohio State as 9.5 point dogs. And depending on what line you got, their first conference game, they opened at 16.5 and ended at 14.5, but they lost by 16. So that was against Purdue. So they've been damn good at home, either covering the entire slate or if you got in late, 1 loss on the home slate for Rutgers. But their defense is absolutely horrible. When I'm looking at Indiana, their offense has struggled a lot for the past 4 games. And again, they've had some really tough matchups. Michigan and Michigan State alone are horrendous matchups, and they actually did pretty well against Michigan. But a lot of that's been just because they've had no rhythm. You would expect with Lamar Wilkerson and Tucker DeVries and even like Connerway, like that the shooters will be able to find a rhythm collectively like at one point to make things easier on the entire offense. It hasn't really been the case. A lot of that's been the matchups, of course, but they just really haven't found it. If there's any game for it to do it, it's probably against the worst 3-point defense in the Big Ten. And again, like whether it's Tucker, whether it's Wilkerson, whether it's any of the other guards or the guys off the bench, I mean, you don't really need one guy to do it in this game, which is probably the only reason why I don't have one of the two or even like Connerway or somebody else on the Sharp report because I don't know who it's going to be in this game. It can be pretty much any of them, but they all have a golden matchup against this absolute quail shit defense. And the issue with the last couple games, outside of just really poor shooting from those guys in every single game, except for, I guess, Michigan State, Wilkerson was kind of good, and he had kind of 32 against Nebraska on shit shooting. But regardless of the point, like they turned the ball over a ton, which is not their MO. They've been keeping really good control of the ball for the entirety of the season until the last couple games. Rutgers ain't forcing turnovers. Rutgers ain't guarding the three. They're bad at the rim. Not that's really needed in this game, but I think everything sets up to be a disaster. Like this is the bounce back game after just a murderer's row of a slate for the last couple weeks for Indiana. This is where they drop Nuck.
Okay. As long as you're okay with backing me, Guy DeVries.
Yeah, I kind of want him to be. I kind of want him to be a me guy in this game.
Okay,
I really do.
All right, that's fine as long as you know, because he's up there on the me guy list.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Mercyhurst does have a guy named Bernie Blunt. Yes, Risings. That might be best name of college basketball. Are we running back Sam Hauser's less than today? Sage is asking. 2 words, yeah. We're gonna have to.
2 words.
How did that one squeak? Yeah,
dude. I don't even know. Does he have a 3 square?
Yeah, look into that. Also, I forgot to tell you.
It's a gob.
It's a gob. Can we fade his points?
Nope.
Good. Okay.
No regular square.
Well, we're kicked.
But PRA isn't popped up. So.
The VT guys on the pod yesterday, they're going to the Cal game. And they want us to go sync up with them, do some content, collab.
See, Krabs?
The Cal game.
That's cinema. Do we have a date on that game?
I don't think the schedules are out yet officially.
Krabs was like, yeah, my co-host Jovan, he's a huge Cal guy.
See,
like making it seem like he was like, you're like
I'm
from
like
there.
Super fan from
and
Berkeley.
Like you're a super fan.
It's one of Javon's 10 teams.
As long as it doesn't conflict with my other team, or not my other team, because I can't claim the team, but other guy.
Oh,
Sorsby.
Yeah.
I'm going to, I think, the Arizona State game is the plan right now.
Okay.
And or his revenge game at Cincy, which is the next week.
Wow, they play each other this year?
They do, in Cincy.
Right. I mean, you got to go to that game.
That's so.
Krabs, put them on ketchup chips, man. I'm out. Yeah, I did put them on the ketchup chips.
You put them on ketchup chips.
And it's all they could talk about is the ketchup chips from Trader Joe's.
Nah.
Yep. Brinks, yep, it was brought up, and Goots is in the doghouse for the Nerk Square. So he actually made history. First guy one of 5 guys since 2000 to have back-to-back triple-doubles. Unbelievable.
That's just
unbelievable.
I'm out on the NBA.
Guarantee he's going to be on Krabs Sharp Report.
I mean, let me know the next time they play.
I guess not Sharp Report because that's probably this weekend, but
you're going to see that next time they play, please.
You're going to see that in Krabs' card. I'm looking right now.
Yep. Sir Anthony Dominguez to the White Sox. Big move.
No.
How about that?
What?
Their next game is against the Heat on Saturday.
Ooh.
That is a horrific matchup to fade.
Okay. I'm in.
So that's Krabs going to have that spirity.
Sign me up. Okay. Picks with Deej said, Goots on Gav level. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I still believe, Goots. I'm running that shit back for a 3rd time.
I'm not, but you can. So it's on you now, not me.
All right. That's fair. W's. I got one more straight bet for you guys. Shocked Krab shops at Trader Joe's. That's so public. Is it?
I don't know that it's
for a guy to shop at Trader Joe's. Is that public? I think it's sharp.
I mean, I'm the one that does it, really, not you, Krabs.
Yeah, I haven't, because I'm trying to be good right now. And
well,
Trader Joe's, they got some healthy stuff.
Yeah.
But, I'm just trying to make some chicken and ground turkey pretty much.
You can do that at Trader Joe's.
You could, sure.
Yeah.
They have meat.
Yeah, they got meat.
They got meats there.
I just got meat yesterday.
They got meats.
Yeah.
They got meats. Love Trader Joe's. Love their frozen foods. Trying to stay up the frozen foods right now. Trying, keyword. But they got some elite options, man. Gosh. I keep seeing pictures on my feed of people clearing out Trader Joe's for the storm coming.
Dude, it was crazy yesterday.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
People are losing their minds down here for the storm this weekend. It's 50 degrees today, and people are losing their minds.
Yeah.
Insane.
It's not going to get bad until like tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Got one more straight bet for you guys. This is a good one, guys. The under 160, 159.5, whatever you can snag, doesn't really matter. This game's going to soar under. You got Marquette coming off an elite game where they finally won and beat Providence. I believe that was in overtime. 105 to 104. So a great time to fade offense. Great time to fade Marquette points after they pulled off that crazy win against Providence and put up a 105 piece. They're coming off of 4 straight overs in their last 4 games. So could be a good time to sell high on their offense. Butler is coming off a very high-scoring game, their most high-scoring game in the last month. A game that went over, 87 to 80 against DePaul. This is the perfect sell-high spot on both these offenses, Jovan, and I love seeing this total drop down to 159.5 from 160.5. This is a sharp play. If you look at Butler's team, I mean, Bizjack's pretty good. Ajay is okay. Those are really the only 2 scorers. So as long as both of those guys don't splooge and go off for 20 points in this game, if one of them does, I still think we're at business. It's a pretty high total overall. I mean, it's a Big East game. They'd like to score points. So as long as one of those 2 guys, either Bizjack or Ajay, don't splooge in this game, I think we're in business. And if you go look at the college basketball tab on Prize Picks and you check out the pop tab, pretty much 75% of the squares that are popular, and obviously this is one of the only games that's up here, I guess, on this, in college basketball today. They don't have the Mercyhurst type of games up. They don't have Mount St. Mary squares up. They only have big name schools, which sucks, but it's just how it is. And they got a couple decent amount of squares up now, but almost 75% of the squares on the popular tab are in this Marquette and Butler game, including our guy, LeBron James. We're fading tonight's is less than 1.5 threes, which is the most popular square. They're almost all Marquette and Butler squares, Jovan. That's a great sign for the under in this game because I guarantee you the majority of the people are not clicking the less than button for these squares in the popular tab. So I think this is a great spot to fade points, fade Marquette coming off that crazy overtime game. It's always a great spot to take an under when a team's coming off a 100-piece that went into OT. Should be some tired legs. And let's hope that Butler just does not splooge in this game and absolutely dominate Marquette. Isn't it crazy to see a Butler team laying 5.5 points to Marquette?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's just
crazy.
Shuckers.
That's how bad Marquette is, man. Coming off their first good offensive game in a month. Perfect time to fade. Give me the under. Love this play.
3 things. Love the play.
Okay.
2, in chat, Marshall making 26 threes and scoring 115. Yesterday was insane doing that at noon.
Damn.
Yeah, they probably should be faded.
Okay.
Probably should be faded next time they're on court, which I think is today.
They played today again?
Do they?
If they played last night, they probably don't play today.
I thought there was some like tournament thing, but maybe not. I'm looking at their schedule. They played
Mark that down though.
At Texas State Wednesday, if that's the next one.
Fade Marshall in their next game.
Circled. And 3, Goots, statement on the Minter hire since somebody asked about it in chat.
Yeah, we need it.
Big fan of the hire. Glad it was a defensive coach. I know a lot of people would think that's weird. We have one of the best QBs in the world, and we want probably an offensive coach, but this just makes the OC hire much more imperative and much more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the hire. He's a great guy. From what I hear, his dad was a coach. He's been around plenty of programs. Jesse has with his dad. His dad moved around a lot.
Yep.
New Mexico State. He was at Notre Dame for 2 years. Cincinnati. Yeah, and Jesse keeps 98 rejection letters from when he applied to be a coach in college after he finished playing.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps them as motivation. So it sounds like a guy who is very humble. And yeah, I'm excited. I like him. I think he can help us play like a Raven.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Same type of culture. Hard-nosed, defensive-minded.
Yeah, he's been
Not many
around.
changes.
He was around Harbaugh at Cincinnati when he was there doing special teams.
Okay.
So still a little Harbaugh DNA left in that building.
Which I'm sure you like.
Which I love, yes.
Okay. I mean, if you could snap your fingers, you'd have Harbaugh still.
I mean, yeah, but
right.
unfortunately, I
But you're
can't
happy
do that.
with the replacement.
I'm happy with the replacement,
Okay.
yes.
Cool.
No
that'd be good.
shot.
They wanted to wait until after the coaches that are still coaching were done, but they were scared because the Raiders are probably going to get Minter if they waited.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit like, what if? But it is what it is, and I like the guy.
Marshall plays tomorrow against South Alabama. Bill Miller's saying.
I mean, if that's true, I mean, talk about
Please remind us to take that.
a spot.
Would you take
They're playing
Alabama?
a zone.
Yeah. Would you take South Alabama? Would you just take the team total under for Marshall?
It might have to be a team total under because they're
Okay,
playing.
please remind
playing
us
zone
to
if
take
that's
that.
the case.
Okay. about Philip Rivers interviewing for the Bills head coaching job today? Yes.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Pretty sick.
Go get Josh Allen a QB-minded coach. Go get Josh Allen an offensive-minded coach. Crazy comments from the owner, pretty much coming out and saying, we fired McDermott because of this loss, which I thought was a little ridiculous. I don't think you should ever fire a coach for one loss. Then he said he went in the locker room and saw Josh Allen crying a bunch and had to make a change. Crazy. You're telling me you're firing a guy for one loss? I feel like it's got to be firing him for years and years of letdowns. And maybe it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to say that, right? And the emotions were obviously high after that game. But then they go out and didn't the Bills bring in, I thought they brought in a Jags assistant for an interview, which I thought was interesting. They brought in one of the Jags coordinators for an interview. And I'm like, you just beat the Jags and you're bringing in a Jags assistant to interview after you just said you fired your coach because he lost a game, just like the Jags lost a game to the Bills. So I thought that was kind of weird and conflicting a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and get Josh Allen an offensive-minded coach. Let's go ahead and get him some receivers as well. I think that's the main issue is you could pin it on the coach all you want. How about you get the guy a couple options?
I don't even think it's like a scheme thing. It's just like, honestly, I would think you probably would have wanted a defensive coach. Like the offense, get him some receivers and he's going to be fine. I mean, he's putting up 30 points a game throwing to Brandon Cooks. Yeah. It's like, what's he going to do other than not turn the ball over 5 times, obviously, which isn't really a scheme thing.
Right.
I would have said just get him a defensive guy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, curious to see what they do up there in Buffalo.
Yeah.
All right. W's. Jovan, you got one more straight bet for the peeps?
Yeah. Couldn't help myself.
Oh boy.
You know what this is here for. The Nets. Do you know what they did in the last game, Krabs?
What'd they do?
Lost by 54. 66-120 against the Knicks. Shout out.
Jesus.
One of the worst performances of the NBA season. Probably the worst performance, I would doubt. I can't fact check that. I'm sure chat would know or could look it up, but don't think I've seen more than 54 this season. I think the Hornets might have been the closest around there, but regardless, horrible performance. Now they're playing the Celtics. This is a game where you're going to need the shooters to shoot. Celtics allow, I think, the highest clip of threes in the NBA, and the Nets, by nature, are not a shoot the hell out of the ball team, except for Michael Pork and Cam Thomas. This game, not only is it, I'm kind of backing their defense to play well. Their defense has sneakily been good outside the Knicks game, or good for Nets standards, just because they're, I don't want to say positionless, but like they have a lot of size, length, and athleticism at pretty much every position 1 through 5. So like they defend decently well for like the talent on their team. So against the Celtics tonight, this is basically about saying the Celtics are not going to have a fantastic shooting night. Michael Pork, who went 4 for 14, 3 for 9 from 3 in that game, and Cam Thomas, who really hasn't done anything since he came back from injury. Those two guys, and then Igor Demin, Drake Powell, like they're going to have some stray shooters as well. But like Michael Pork is going to go off in this game. Would love taking him today. Cam Thomas, I think, is going to have a bigger role off the bench. A lot of the shooters are going to have to shoot in this game, and I think coming off of the worst performance of the year, you're going to get that, and they're going to get this game close.
Okay. Yep. Nasty play back in the Nets on the points here. I'm looking at your freaking Prize Pick square you're about to talk about, too. I don't even know who the hell that guy is. I cannot wait to hear the sell job on that.
Trent, I'll give you a fresh case or fresh box of Bowman Draft, if you can guess, in 2 seconds what square is on my board first.
It's a guy that doesn't even exist. This must be his debut.
No.
Okay.
And he's good at it.
Okay. All right. Speaking of Prize Pick squares, let me go ahead and talk about some Prize Pick squares here. I do want to lock in this 4-man because I'm looking at some juice on the odds for my first square, Duncan Robinson, and the under is now -125 on the books when the over was -118 before the show. So something's up with Mr. Duncan Robinson, and the books think he's not jacking and making 3 threes. And I agree. I concur. Fading Duncan Robinson, go and do me a favor, chat. Go look at that chart. The guy has been splooging. People are saying Duncan Robinson might be back. I fucking bet. Duncan Robinson has been on fire of late, but he's going to look like a shell of himself in this game tonight, in a game in the NBA that I like the under in a good amount. Now, sure, the Rockets, their interior defense is their bread and butter. Their 3-point defense is no slouch, 12th best 3-point defense in the NBA. And yeah, I think they go out there and absolutely clamp. I think this game goes under. How often do you see a total in the teens, in the 2 teens, right, in the NBA, in the Big 2-6, down to 217 now? That's a low total in the NBA in the Big 2-6, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring, grinded-out, gritty defensive game. And if you look at the 3-point category on Prize Picks for the NBA, The first square that pops up is Mr. Duncan Robinson and his completely greened out chart. So that's my favorite square of the day today. Duncan Robinson, less than 2.5 3-pointers made. Let me go ahead and lock in this sharp report foreman because I don't want it to get taken off. I want to give you guys a link. The second square is Mr. Brock Boser? Besser? Sure. Besser, whatever his name is. He ain't scoring a point today. In a game on the ice, I also like the under in. Big fan of Mr. Brock's less than half a point. Knock on wood, these NHL sharp squares have been coming through of late. Maybe not the goals allowed squares, but although last night it did.
Yeah, last night the
Good to see that. But
good job.
Mr. Brock in this Vancouver and Jersey game, a game that I do think goes under on the ice tonight. Total drop from 6.5, juicy to the under, to now 5.5. Pretty good sign, I feel like, for no goals, not a ton of points in this contest on the ice tonight, late nights. Big fan of the square. It's pretty damn green as well if you look on Prize Picks. He's coming off of 2 points in that last game. Could be the perfect time to fade him in this game on the ice tonight in a game I think soars under. So 2 squares I like, 1 NBA, 1 NHL, and of course 2 less thans.
Certainties.
Okay.
Right in Krabs fashion.
While you give your sell job for your 2 squares, I will go ahead and lock in the lineup and put the link in the chat. If people want to tail, get involved.
Sure. Not making his debut, but he's hitting the 3 tonight, which the Grizzlies, more guys might be out by the time we actually tip off in the game, but no Ja tonight, which is super important because JJJ is going to have the ball in his hands a ton, but the more important guy that's out today might be Santi Aldama, meaning like they're playing the Pelicans. The Pelicans defense is absolute quail shit, especially at the rim, which doesn't really help this, but another thing similar to like what we were talking about with Giannis and the Bucks, like you're the Pelicans in this spot, not only outside of Derek Queen, which he's not a great perimeter defender, he's giving it up as well, but like all the guys that are coming off the bench as bigs for the Pelicans, and I don't even know what Conchar is going to be doing today. He might be starting for all I know. All of their bigs are incredibly immobile. Like they are not getting out to the 3-point line. So if Conchar plays with JJJ, which I think he is for a part of the game, they've done that a lot when Ja's been out so far this season. That really hasn't even included Santi Aldama being out. So the 2 of them together, he's going to get a pretty solid run today. But this is a golden matchup for it, which again, like he gets to torch a lot of the bigs out there. This is where he gets his volume. He has a crazy assortment of squares up, not just this one, but like a gob of 1.5 3-pointers attempted. Played a game last game with Ja and Santi playing, of course, didn't even shoot one. So this is a much different matchup. Open game, high scoring game, even with all the injuries, the total keeps rising to like 240. Obviously the defenses are a part of that. He's going to have every shot in the world tonight, and I love it. He's in the 3, and then DeSante Bowen, Krabs. Doesn't really conflict with your play. And I'll tell you why, because Bowen is not, this offense is very different. If you've watched the Bonnies play a little bit, anybody in chat, they play inside out. So like he has 8, 10, and 8 in his last 3 games, which is absurd. But if you look at some of the other games that he's played, like he has games where he bottoms out a lot. The reason why he had a lot in these last couple games, he had 26 assists in these 3 games, is because Frank Mitchell was actually grubbing. And if you look at the story of like what the board is telling you in this game, this feels a lot reminiscent to the UCF situation from a couple days ago. You could see like Fultz was going to have a pretty tough time. He's going to have a bunch of turnovers. This one, Bowen assists are green, Frank Mitchell's green. A lot of things except the shooters are, I guess, a little more red than that. They play inside out, so more times than not, their offense works with they will dump the ball into Frank Mitchell, not like at the basket, but they'll do it at the high post, and he will facilitate like he's literally Jokic. So now, like, when you don't have a matchup where he's going to be one-on-one versus Robbie Avila, you're not going to win at the rim. Nobody's won at the rim so far with St. Louis this year, which is one of the reasons why they're so good. I think Frank Mitchell's going to have to dish to the shooters, including Bowen, even though he's not the biggest of shooters, but like they have a couple guys in the perimeter that I think are just going to have to win and shoot over the top, and that's probably going to be how you win your Bonnies plus 7.5 bet. Okay. I don't think it's going to be from Frank Mitchell feasting, and really like all Bowen does to get these assists is dump it off to Frank Mitchell against god-awful paint defenses, much smaller defenders. When he can't do that, he's not getting these numbers. So again, I don't think this is completely contrary to your bet. I just think this is how they're going to have to try and win the game.
All right. I like it. Great sell job, man. Already locked it in, and I put 2 units on this one. So let's smack it. Let's smack our second sharp report 4-man of the week, please.
Would be huge.
Chat's asking about, can we fade Russell Westbrook, take his less than points on Prize Picks nasty chart? Yes, we can. As a matter of fact, yes, we can fade Russ and take his less than 15.5 points in this game. That's extremely popular in a game I like the under in a game with the total dropping from 234.5 to 232. As a matter of fact, yes, we can take the less than on his points. Jovan, is there anything we could pair this puppy with before it leaves my brain? There's no
nasty,
crazy goals allowed squares up there today, unfortunately. Only 2 gobbies. So nothing there. I don't know if there are any other squares you were looking at when you were crafting up or labbing. I don't know if the chat has any plays they like.
Well,
Siakam, chat's talking about right now.
Are you looking for less than Krabs, or can I just give you one?
If it hits, I don't care.
Let me see if he has an attempt score.
And Contra's gone, apparently. You've got to be kidding me. Magic Conch is officially off board.
Magic Conch.
First time chatter Atlas. Prize Picks just took off the half 3-pointers made. I bet.
Oh, Landale's questionable. Dude, he might be.
Well, I hope you guys tailed because I locked it in as soon as I dropped the link. I locked it in. I hope somebody out there got it in. If not, hopefully we can see if it gets put back on the board. Maybe they'll put it up as a goblin. They'll be back when they figure out the injury stuff potentially. If not, I mean, I'm sure we could always pivot and take his points. So yeah. I would just wait. I'd wait for now. Okay? Excuse me. Goodness gracious. All right. Could go back to the GOAT, Denny Avdia. He was hurt last night.
Yeah,
so
he's
even playing
probably
tonight?
not going to play. It's got to be Michael Porter.
What's the square we're trying to pair this with?
It's got to be Michael Porter.
Anything.
No, but what is the original square?
Oh, Russ, less than 15.5 points.
That's right.
It's got to be Michael Porter. Sorry.
It's
got to be Michael Porter. It's also, like, of course, always a threat that he shoots toward eights.
In a game with a total at 216, it has to be Michael Bork.
Yes, dude. Trust. I would love if he had attempts up so it protects us from it. But, like, after a 50-point drubbing, mind you, this is also the trade deadline, I think, is in 2 weeks. He basically has 2 weeks left to jack shots.
He does have field goals attempted up.
Does he have 3-point attempts specifically? Which, I mean, I don't think it's really going to matter, but.
No, he does not.
I mean, you can take the attempts if you want. He's hitting 4 threes. But he has 2 weeks left to jack shots. They just lost by 50. They're playing the team that gives up the most 3-point attempts in the league.
You like his 3.5 3-pointers made square?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Russ and MPJ.
Plus, I think Trent and Rav, I don't know who it came from, but I'm pretty sure they've taken him the last 2 games.
Okay.
He's cake both times.
Okay. All right. I'm down to lock in that 2-piece. Russ, less than 15.5 points, and Michael Pork, more than 3.5 3-pointers made. Put 200 puppies on that. I'm in. I'll trust. 1 nasty less than, and 1 square more than. Cool with that.
Yeah. There's honestly some of the GOATs that are on the board today. If Trent and Rav don't hit a 3-man, 4-man, or 6-man, whatever it is, they ain't hanging up.
Okay.
There's a lot of GOAT sites.
Krabs, not trying to be funny, but does fading picks get old after a while? Feel like it's getting cute with doing that? No. Oakstown's finest. Let's remember here, 90% of people only bet overs. The casual sports bettor only bets overs. You got buddies in your group chat who I'm sure are just taking the over in every NFL game. And, you know, I don't blame them, right? They're betting for entertainment. That's fine. I'm not betting for entertainment purposes. Okay? I'm betting to win. And if you want to win in this game, you have to take less thans. You have to take unders. If you don't, you are not setting yourself up for success. If you blindly cancel out every over on the board and only look at taking unders and less thans, you are already giving yourself a more than 50% chance to hit any button you click. Remember that. Because the books know the majority of people are not taking unders. They're not taking less thans. You never want to take a play that the books want you to take. You should never feel comfortable placing a bet. I never get tired. I never get bored of taking unders and less thans because I know I've given myself the best chance to win and the best chance to give you guys a winning square to tail or a winning book play to tail. That never gets tiring for me. That's actually what gets me out of bed in the morning. Right? Never gets old. Give yourself a chance. Okay? Dubs. Can we talk some NFL?
Yes.
Cool.
Love to.
Cool. More importantly, will Krabs' hack game rival Jovan's now? I mean, we both got a pretty good hack game. I'll be honest now.
I haven't gotten a shipment in a while, but I made a couple days ago, I made a fat order. So there's a new
Where'd you get them from?
In. Different places. I got some from Hat Club, some from eBay from Hat Club. There's literally like secondary market, like it's sneakers and cards.
Like people buy the ones that are off the actual website.
Yeah, because
they like resell them.
They're like limited drops. Like they'll resell them. I'll get some from eBay.
Yeah.
But I got like 6, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. A couple sick Nats hats up on Culture Kings that I've been eyeing.
Yeah, you might have to make
some really cool ones.
We're not going to Vegas for the annual March trip, so you're going to have to make some orders.
Facts. Krabs, tell Jovan about my fleecing last night.
Fleecing? That Trent?
Oh, yeah. So I guess him and Rav had a lineup locked in last night, and it was down to the last guy, Denny Avdia.
Oh, yeah.
And Rav shoots over Trent a text last night. He goes, yo, Denny's heading to the locker room. Trent pulls up the lineup, doesn't respond back, doesn't say, yo, Rav, you should cash out. He just sneakily cashes out himself, makes a good amount of money on that lineup. Right after he hits the cash out button, the early payout button, it gets taken off the board. Like you're not able to even cash it out. So he barely snuck it in right before the buzzer. He actually beat Prize Picks last night. Trent did. I got tip cap. Very rare. Trent was very sharp last night. He was on his shit, and he beat Prize Picks to the punch. Before they could actually take the cash out feature off of that lineup, before they figured out he was heading to the locker room and done for the night, Trent beat him to it. And then he also pulled a me guy move and did not tell Rav he was cashing out. So Rav lost the lineup and Trent cashed out big. Unbelievable.
That is just
unbelievable. That's definitely a me guy move, yes, but it's also sharp. You got to give credit where credit's due there. That was a pretty sharp move by Trent.
Me guy.
Should he have sent a text to Rav and said, I'm cashing out?
Not telling Rav is nuts.
Well, he probably wasn't thinking about Rav. He's probably thinking about himself and how sharp his cash out was.
Yeah.
Right? It was $8,000, chat. Fuck out of here. Yeah, it was for a big chunk of change. Big chunk of change. Sharp. I'll give you that, Trent. Sharp. Me guy. But sharp.
Just.
And Rav is very mad at Trent. So I'm very excited to see that dynamic today on the app. Right after this. That's going to be hilarious. All right, dudes. Why don't we take a peep at this Patriots and Broncos game? You guys could probably guess what I want to take, but I want to give some thoughts here while we look at the Pickett splits. W. Pickett. I'll tell you what. We know the Patriots are going to be public. We know they're going to be an ML piece in every parlay this weekend for all the squares. Okay? But I am seeing some more bets on the spread here for Denver than I initially anticipated, right? Maybe it looks too easy and people are hit. Maybe this is a triple reverse fade type of game. I don't know. It's not my most confident game to wager on this weekend out of the two. That's for sure. Also, look at all the bets on the under in this game. More than 50% of the bets are on the under, Jovan. And the total in a game with a backup QB, a total in a game with a pretty chilly environment that's supposed to be out there in Denver. Might not be snowing, but it's supposed to be pretty freaking cold out there this weekend. Jovan, the total has moved up from 40.5 to 42.5 with a backup QB. I'm surprised. I'm surprised we're seeing a total moving up in this spot. I thought we'd see a total in the high 30s, especially with Stidham under center. I thought that was pretty weird. And after looking at the Pickett splits, maybe people are betting the over and they're moving it up because of the bets. Maybe the over's actually sharp in this game. Who the heck wants to take Stidham overs? Looks like people do. More than 55% of the bets are on the over in this game, or on the under in this game, excuse me. So nobody wants to take the over, but the total's moving up. Pretty weird.
A little bit.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely a little odd. I thought it was a little low to begin with, so maybe that was a little correction for that. But I don't know. It has me in a blender because all we've been hearing all week, truthfully, is that Jarrett Stidham's not a big drop off from Bo Nix, which I don't know where that propaganda started. I know it came from the team, obviously, and the fact that like Sean Payton is saying he's very comfortable with him and confident. Fuck else is he supposed to say? He's the coach of the football team playing in the AFC Championship. But like, I haven't really heard anybody say that Jarrett Stidham's going to really suck against the Patriots. Like everybody feels pretty confident, which is scaring the shit out of me. be honest with you. I haven't seen very many Patriots bets. I haven't seen just very many narratives like this usually would be in a situation where you have a quarterback or backup quarterback starting in conference championship game. Seems that people are pretty confident, which I'd be lying if I said I was running to place the Patriots really at all, but concerns me.
Yeah, the amount of people buying into Stidham is crazy. Not going to lie, Sock Station says. Yeah, it doesn't look like it really betting-wise, although the spread has some bets for sure on the Broncos, and that spread has moved from 5.5 to 4.5. I don't know if that's money-related, bet-related. Don't know if it's just sharp, but that total's moving down.
Yeah.
Or sorry, total's moving up, and the spread is moving down for the Broncos, down from 5.5 to 4.5. So, interesting. I'm certainly getting some triple reverse fade vibes with this game, but I'd be lying if I told you I didn't want to lock in Denver on the spread in this game. Maybe it's Denver first half. Maybe it's the Pats to come out looking a little dazed and confused in the chilly cold out there on the West Coast. And maybe it's a slow start for the Pats for the first time, maybe all season. And then maybe you see Drake May and the horseshoe up their ass, once again, come to fruition. And you see the Patriots find a way to win this game and pull it out and maybe even cover late. Maybe it's Broncos first half getting it out. Maybe it's back in that defense to limit Drake May's success early on in this game. This is the best defense by far that the Patriots and Drake May are going to see this entire season.
Yeah. Texans. Probably neck and neck. But regardless, I saw a tweet this morning. They had 15 drives against the Patriots. They didn't get a single first down on 9 of them. They're against the Texans. They only had six drives where they got a first down against the Texans defense, which I would say they're better, but not that much better than the Broncos. And the same story, I was watching NFL Live. They're kind of breaking down how Drake May has really not been good in the playoffs. These 2 games against the Chargers and the Texans, he really hasn't generated much of explosiveness for this offense. I talked about it after the Chargers game. There wasn't really anything down the field, and the Texans, sure, you give them a pass because the Texans defense, but playing the Broncos defense, how much of a drop-off is there going to be? Some would argue there's not even one.
Broncos don't blitz as much, but they still get pressure on the QB. I'd say they have an edge in the secondary over the Texans. The Texans' D-line is the best D-line in football, but it didn't matter, really. So maybe it's better the Broncos had that better secondary. Pat Surtain should be able to lock up whatever receiver he chooses, probably Stephon Diggs, take him out of this game. And, is Drake May going to be able to hit a deep shot to Kyle Williams in this game? Is Kayshon Boutte going to go off in this game? Probably not against his secondary. A little bit of a different defense. Both really good. Top 5 defenses in the NFL. So you're right. He is coming off of playing a really good defense. A little bit of a different style for how they succeed. It's not as much pressure. Or not as many blitzes, I guess. They still get pressure, but not as many blitzes. So I'm wondering if maybe Drake May looks even worse against maybe the best secondary he's faced this season. And I think we should be very concerned about Drake May and his performance in this game. Obviously, I want to take an under in this game. Probably not going to take it because the total's moving up and it's sketching me out. But there's been a lot of overs so far in the NFL playoffs. Maybe that's why the total's moving up. Maybe it's just based off of money. But we look at the splits, and the under is getting more than 56% of the bets. Weird. I can't get over that total line movement.
Yeah.
I can't get over it.
It's a little odd.
Okay. What do you bet on this game if you had to lock in a wager right now?
Gun to my head, I'd probably take Broncos first half.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay. W's. Let's talk about the second game. I'm dying to look at these splits in the Rams and Seahawks. Absolutely dying to look at them. We'll pull them up on Pickett, W Pickett. W Green Guy, 25 stream streak as well. We appreciate you, Beast. YouTube chat, how we doing? I've not seen as much action over there right now. Hope you guys are doing okay, holding it down in the YouTube. Okay, look at these Rams bets. There's some Rams wagers, Jovan. They're public on the spread a little bit. ML, bet percentages are pretty split. Okay, maybe some more handle on Seattle on the ML here, but interesting. We saw this line open up plus 1.5. Now it's up to plus 2.5 for the Rams. And the Rams are public, but the line is moving towards the Seahawks. As a guy who wants to bet on the Rams, as a guy who's going to be on the Rams in this game, that's certainly a little concerning. Can't deny it. It is. it's a little bit concerning here. And I personally like the under in this game. I think Jovan might have some conflicting thoughts there, so I'm curious to hear what he thinks about the total. But look at this. The under is once again public. Are the times of people blindly betting overs in the NFL, are they done? Because we're starting to see some people locking in unders this postseason, and it has not been working.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of overs so far this postseason, and I've seen a lot of public unders, which is very rare. Are people getting smart? Are people getting sharp? Are the books, accounting for more wagers on unders in these games where you expect the defenses to thrive? I mean, Seahawks debatably have the best defense in the NFL overall. They definitely have a top 5 defense. So there's a lot of teams playing this weekend that have very good defenses. Maybe that's what it is. But we're seeing a lot of action on the unders this weekend. It's more than I expected. A little surprised by that.
Yeah, a little bit. Like the one with the Stidham Patriots one makes a little bit of sense because everybody knows the narrative. It's a backup quarterback playing against the Patriots in the 1 seed, and the team has been fantastic. And Patriots offense, I guess, hadn't really done much. But this one is a little surprising, especially because I think fresh in our minds is the game of the year that happened to close the season a couple weeks. I forget what week exactly, but it was night of the Frisco Bowl, whatever that was. One of the best games in the NFL regular season that had, if I remember the score correctly, 75 points or 73. It was 38, 37 or something around there.
Okay.
So, I mean, see that many underbets is surprising, I will say.
I agree. If you had to lock in a bet in this game right now, what would you take?
I'll tell you, I want the Rams really badly. I want the revenge game, again, especially after they failed in Game of the Year in Seattle in the same spot.
Yep.
But I keep going back to something that I have kind of been saying to close the regular season and the playoffs a little bit. The Rams front seven is really, really good. Fantastic. One of the best units in football, probably. So this season, they've probably been right behind the Texans and the Broncos. The secondary, I still have questions about.
Yeah.
And I'd be lying to you if I said I felt confident in Sam Darnold. I don't think anybody should. I don't think, especially because he's a little injured. Didn't matter last week because he didn't really have to throw the ball. But nobody really trusts him either. But I don't know that I trust the Rams secondary either. When they're put in a spot now with Charbonnet injured, sure, you're going to get a fat dose of your favorite running back, Kenneth Walker. But
terrible, overrated.
Sam Darnold's going to have to sling the ball at some point in this game. And again, it's Sam Darnold, so I don't want to sit up here and say I'm doing cartwheels and backflips to back him in the playoffs. Not a soul is. But I'm kind of getting fake sharp Rams vibes.
Okay. I'll be on the Rams plus 2.5 here. Favorite number, especially in the NFL. Love betting plus 2.5s. I have to fade Seattle. They're not winning the bowl. Good chance they lose this game this weekend against Matt Stafford. I would love to see Matt Stafford go out on top, get a chance at a bowl here, and then probably retire, walk off into the sunset. I think it's the Rams. I'm not getting scared off here by being public. I'm locking them in. It's still fading the pre-playoff Super Bowl favorites, which I love. Now, sure, Sam Darnold has a pretty good matchup on paper. Sam Darnold has a pretty good wide receiver in JSN who should have his absolute way with it in this game against that Rams secondary like you're talking about. But I'm sticking with the Rams. I'm trusting my gut on this one, and I'm backing Stafford. I'm backing McVay. Got 2 elite coaches.
Yeah, those are Krabs
facing
guys
off in this game with, just elite talent with McDonald and McVay, 2 of my favorite coaches in the NFL, 2 of the best coaches in the NFL. This one's going to be cinema. I like the under in this game. I'll probably be on the under in this game. And I like the Rams. Favorite play of the weekend, Rams plus 2.5. I'm trusting my gut. I'm backing Matt Stafford. I'm riding with McVay.
Sure.
I think if you take Denver first half, spread, probably get him plus 2.5 first half. You take the Rams plus 2.5 for the game. And you take the under in the Rams and Seahawks game. I think you're going 2-1 or better.
You can tip caps of that.
I do. Okay. Any other thoughts on this game? Goots, maybe we could scroll down and see the most popular props that are taken in this puppy. Oh, what do you know? Mr. Overrated Kenneth Walker, who's balder than me.
Yeah.
Shocker.
We knew that.
Does that say minus 165?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be juicier?
No.
No Charbonnet.
No. Minus 165 is fat.
I mean, he's a starting running back on a team that's a favorite.
Krabs, that's unbelievably fat.
That's really fat.
Okay. I guess he's scoring then. Lock it in. See how that goes. Kyron at what? Plus 120 to score. Goots guy Kyron. Puka plus 110. Also popular. JSN minus money to score as well. And Devontae Adams, people are rolling the dice again. Locking in Devontae Adams, who's been a shell of himself since his injury. Interesting. He probably does score this weekend.
Yeah,
okay.
He probably does.
All right. Love you, Krabs, but the Kenneth Walker hate triggers me. That's okay, like lightning. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You should agree with most stuff because I'm usually right. Right? Dubs. Cora might be scoring? Sure.
Okay. He's probably going to have game of year.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Any other thoughts on this game? Do we have a Goots POD this weekend before we get to the squad ride?
Ain't no party like a Stiddy party. Broncos ML.
Nah.
Wow. Broncos ML.
Stiddy.
Keep the points.
Nah.
Goots on that Stizzy pack. Sure.
There's no way really let Goots get away with Stiddy parties.
Okay, Goots. Goots POD, lock him in.
Yep. I'm tired of Drake May. Tired of the Patriots.
Yep.
Tired of people saying no way Sam Darnold can get in the Super Bowl. No way Stiddy. No way the Broncos can win. Tired of it.
Okay. I don't know what the Sam Darnold stuff meant there, but that's okay.
I just
That's all right.
people have been saying that.
Yes, they have.
Like,
Yes, they have.
I like the Rams, I like Kyron, I like McVay, but it's just like Sam Darnold's been great all year. There's no reason he can't make the Super Bowl.
You like Seattle in that other game?
Kind of, but I want to see my guy Kyron get a ring, so I'll probably end up on the
Win-win.
Rams. Yeah.
Okay.
Rare Goose win-win there.
Stiddy party, folks. Anybody else get invited? My invite must have got lost in the mail. I'll be at the Stiddy party. First half at least. Might be an early exit for me at the Stiddy party, but I'm in.
Wags pairing Nurkic with Broncos ML.
Unbelievable. W bet your ass Mikey will get involved with a 5-stream streak as well, along with Green Guy. We appreciate you guys. W stream streaks. If you have a stream streak active, feel free to drop that puppy. Go ahead and hit send. Would love to gas some of you guys up. W stream streaks. Appreciate you guys. Awesome. Well, we do have the Yap right after this as well, so no need to try to run over. We can go ahead and get to the squad ride for today. Let's finish the week strong. W squad ride last night. Jovan, great work on the squad ride last night with the Hornets. Let's pick a play that's as free as the Hornets tonight. For the squad ride, Goots, do me a favor if you're around. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. Dubs. All right, let's lock in here. Favorite plays for tonight. I love all my plays, man, but the one play that's looking at me funny, the Blue Devils. And I'm not talking about Duke. Central Connecticut State, minus 6.5. Let me check the Carfax here. Also, side note, Mercyhurst is down 1 at halftime. That's okay. We got them right where we want them.
Right.
Everybody out there, tail Mercyhurst. Let's see what the Central Connecticut State line is sitting at right now. I'm still seeing 6.5s. I think we put that puppy in there.
Sure.
What is your favorite play tonight?
Might just have to be getting gross with the Nets, Krabs. I'll say it.
Okay.
54-point loss they're coming off of. Can't overcomplicate it.
Okay.
Just take them in these spots.
Plus 8.5, and I'm always down to fade the Celtics.
Yeah, I feel like you sneak fade the Celtics a lot.
Yep. Doesn't always work, but let's hope it does tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Dubs, you get the Bucks minus 6.5. Let me peep that game again. Against Denver. I love that line personally. I'd be super down to put that in here as well. Indiana has a bunch of me guys, and they've hurt me a lot this season so far. But if you'd rather put that in than the Bucks, I'll tip cap.
Probably like Indiana a little more than the Bucks, just because the Bucks game probably has an injury or two baked into it that we'll find out in like the next
Nuggets
couple
injury.
hours.
Somebody out, like you said, Murray maybe.
Injuries. It's
rest.
They're playing a back to back. So
okay.
Still love the play, but it's probably third on the list out of the 3.
Okay. You want to put the Hoosiers in here?
Down to Hoosiers.
All right. Still seeing some 6.5s.
Yep.
They're coming off of 4 straight L's. Brutal. All right. I'd like to also put the Marquette and Butler under in here.
In.
Cool. That's down to 159.5. Let me go ahead and make that adjustment. Let me check the Carfax before we fire this puppy up. Yep. 159.5. 4 plays, 4 winners, chat. We got 1 NBA, 3 college basketball. Pick the play you know in your sack is turning green.
Green.
Okay, don't pick your favorite sport. Don't pick the one at the time you can watch. Pick the play you know in your gut is turning green. It is that simple. Okay, not your favorite play, not the squares play, not the play that makes the most sense. Play you know in your gut is turning green. Okay, whatever you did yesterday, do the same thing today. Same thought process, because the Hornets was sharp as attack. We appreciate you guys. W votes yesterday on the squad rides. Let's carry that momentum into tonight. Let's finish the week strong. Big weekend coming up this weekend. Loaded college basketball slate tomorrow. Going to run a Crab Trap Spaces tomorrow morning. Going to talk plenty of CBB. Loaded slate tomorrow in CBB. Could be slate of the year, people are saying. Big fan of the slate tomorrow. Excited to go over that puppy with the squad on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. We'll fire that puppy up around 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, 11 a.m. Eastern. So W Crab Trap tomorrow. Make sure you join. Get your college basketball nugs and plays. And then hopefully Sunday we can stream. Let's hope that there's no snow. Let's hope it's a fake bang. And let's hope we can get to the office on Sunday and stream these NFL games. Really hoping that the storm is not too bad. Hoping it's a fake bang.
Even if we can't get to the office, Crabs, we're going to stream.
Yeah, I think we're going to stream from home setups.
Okay. Even if we're not able to make it to the office, chat, we will have some sort of stream going on Sunday.
Ron Muck's Auto Tales.
Yeah? Ron. Let's go, Ron. A buzzer beater auto tail. Sign me up.
Beater.
No shot. Boots on ground. San Diego Seals on the ML. Crabs, I want you to have eyes on this game.
Ken Seals ML.
First ever MLL auto tail. Unbelievable, Ron.
Ken Seals.
You know, Ron,
tail.
More of a PLL guy myself, but an auto tail's an auto tail. What time is that game at?
6 p.m. They're playing the Philly Wings.
Who are some of the studs on the Seals that we'd recognize? Gonna have to tap in. Turner it's fun to watch. It's not as fun as the PLL, but it's fun. What studs are on that team? Ron, would love to know. We're fading Michael Sowers and Brendan O'Neill. Sign me up.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, I'm so in. Brendan O'Neill, catch it.
Yeah. Oh, they're two great guys, to be honest with you. Two very cool dudes.
Great guys. Slow the fade.
Two studs. MLL, Chipper. MLL, Major League Lacrosse.
Minus
NLL, excuse me. NLL.
National Lacrosse League.
Yes, I apologize. The shittier Lacrosse League.
Ken Seals ML minus 120.
We got Pat Cavanaugh. We got Baptiste, who's still a menace in face-offs in this league. LeClaire, Danny Logan, Courier, all in the Seals. Wow. We're winning face-offs and getting shots off tonight. Ron, are you a fan? Is this your team, Ron? The San Diego Seals. Are they favorites? You seen any odds on that?
Minus 120.
Okay. Cool.
Just locked.
Cool. I will take it. Okay. W, Ron. Appreciate you, Ron. If anybody else wants to get involved, the auto tail went pretty good last night. Knock on wood. Faded a fantasy score in tennis, and she had minus fantasy points. Negative fantasy points. Crazy. Ron is a Seal. Yes. Good. Do you know the king of the board play? Why?
Yeah. They're going to try and base it off what you take for what they take.
I think that's fine. They're not going to win anyways.
Yeah, they need plus 400.
I'm down to give them a handout. They're big handout guys, so I'm down to give them that handout.
Okay.
Definitely depends on what wins poll here, though, for squad ride.
Yeah, we could try to figure that out, though. We're not going to rush it, but we might be able to figure that out. Yeah, Goots is going to let us know when the squad ride is official, guys. Hurry up, go, go, go. Click the links in the chat on the YouTube and in the Twitch.
Weekender Bender.
Click those links.
PP lineup versus PP lineup. We could take it into the weekend.
This is a close poll, man. This is a close poll. And then we will talk potential King of the Board plays here. I got a play that I really want to vouch for King of the Boards. And Jovan has been carrying this whole week for King of the Board, so maybe it's time we diversify.
Vouch away.
But I want to make sure that it doesn't win the squad ride first.
Okay.
So
okay.
See what happens here. Okay.
Do you see that comment, Krabs? King of the Board, pretty much, but for a weekend lineup. BTL versus Yap.
Yeah. And whoever hits the most wins. It doesn't have to be King of the Board, but we can do a head-to-head.
Like PPWC.
Yeah, we can do a head-to-head weekender Bender lineup.
Might need that like paw.
That'd be cool. Super in. Super in. Okay. We'll get you guys a squad ride here in just a second. Poll's wrapping up. Last call if you want to lock in your vote. Now is the time. Get involved. Okay? Get involved.
Get involved.
Indiana minus 6.5.
Hoosiers. Hoosiers.
Hoosier daddy.
Literally made me bald, and now we're taking them. Great.
Now you're saying that.
I want Central Connecticut State.
The Blue Devs.
I want the Blue Devs.
I'm down for that.
Laying 6.5. So yeah, if you guys are listening, we're gonna go Central Connecticut State minus 6.5. I got minus 108, but I want to see what the odds are right now. Yeah, you can actually get better odds, but we'll go with what I locked in. We'll go minus 108. Central Connecticut State minus 6.5. That is our king of the board play. So crunch some numbers, do some math. I want to see a calculator broken out and see if you guys can find a plus chicken play to beat us in king of the board. You're gonna need something fat.
I'd love to hear if they're gonna what strategy they're gonna go with. If they're gonna go with
If they're
a
smart,
dog fat enough that if we win, they win,
Right.
or if we lose, they win.
if they're smart, they'd probably go for one and bake it in for us to win and have a chance to win both
Yeah.
ways. But
Well, there's just
high risk, high reward.
there's just not many MLs out there that can get you there.
Yeah.
Underrated part of the slate today. Mitch Marner is playing back in Toronto.
Ooh. On the ice.
And NHL is terrible at marketing it because now no one knows.
My golly, you're right.
Who's worse at marketing, NHL or MLB?
NHL.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a close race, but at least the MLBS show it.
Mitch Marner
Demon-
returns back.
Demon 2.5 SOGs, count me in.
Okay. W. Goots Nug to close out the stream. King of the board will be Central Connecticut State minus 6.5 and minus 108. Squad Ride, the Hoosiers minus 6.5 on the road. W Squad Ride, W Stream, WBTL Friday. We appreciate you guys joining, spending your afternoon with us. Hope you learned something. Hope you locked in something. Hope you cashed. Hope you hit all your bets tonight. And yes, we will be live tomorrow in the Twitter Spaces. We'll be live on Sunday for Sweats for the NFL Conference Championship games. Very excited for these games. We will be live. So join us this weekend. Cancel your plans. Get some takeout. Get some food if you're able to, if the storm isn't too bad. And get ready to lock in for the NFL games this weekend. Very stoked for both games. We'll catch you guys on Monday, same time, same place. Stick around for the Yap right after this on the same channel. Don't go anywhere. We'll be seeing.
We'll bet.
Peace. If they're smart, they would take Central Connecticut State opponent ML.